Okay, welcome to Herding Cows.
What?
Welcome to Herding Little Cows to the glory of God. We need some bike outside toy suggestions. So, Josiah, how old are you?
I'm almost 11.
And do you like riding your bike?
Yes.
Do you ride your bike often?
No.
Why?
Because some days I keep having little seizures.
Right, and so it's really hard for him to be on a bike where it's very easy for him to fall over if he has a very tiny seizure.
And he can only steer with...
And he can only steer with the one hand. So we'll show you guys a video of what that looks like. He also can a little bit do a scooter that we have, but our scooter is very small wheels. It's a very small turning radius. He can only steer with one hand. So I'm just looking for suggestions from people who have a child that might have limited use of one side or needs special altercations to be able to use their bike. Another thing that Josiah has an issue with is the bike seat and where it sits. If he rides for a long period of time, it makes his leg kind of go numb. There is an option that we could try to get a new bike seat for that from a local bike shop, but he doesn't ride his bike enough to make sense to buy that kind of seat to use on this bike, because this bike can only be used a couple days over the summer and he can only ride it for a couple times.
Yep.
Whether it be a recumbent bike or a scooter with bigger tires, just give me your suggestions. If you either explain it or like send a link to what you're talking about, even if it's not something like, I know that there's adaptive equipment that is way out of our price range, but if you sent me a link to it, maybe it would help us to figure out something that we could use.
If I can modify, if I can make it, if I can...
Yeah, Mark's good at like modifying things. Like a lot of these, like this bike was a regular bike that we took the pedals off to make it a balance bike. But because of Josiah's unique conditions, he used to be able to ride bike more often and can't do it as much now. So if you have suggestions, we're only riding on our driveway. We're not a family that goes like bike riding in the mountains or takes our bikes places to ride. So we're looking for something that goes on this long, Mark can show you, this long driveway. It's got a slight slant to it, but it's not huge.
And then it goes down there.
And it goes down there. And so we just need something that would work on this type of terrain. So if you have any suggestions, let us know, because we're looking for something. He likes to be able to go fast, right?
Yeah.
And be mobile, but we want to be able to do it in the safest way possible. So give us some suggestions.